Can Europe defend itself without America? There's some urgency to that question. This was Donald Trump's message to European allies who didn't meet their spending target for NATO in the event that Russia were to attack them.
No, I would not protect you. In fact, I would encourage them to do whatever the hell they want. You gotta pay. You gotta pay your bills.
The bedrock of the NATO alliance is Article 5, the alliance's mutual defense clause. An attack on one is an attack on all. By calling that into question in a way that no previous president has ever done, President Trump risks overturning the very basis of the alliance. European allies realized they need to start by spending more on defense. In 2014, just 3 NATO allies spent the target of 2% of GDP on defense. Last year, that figure went up to 18 allies out of 32. Money isn't everything, though. What Europe really lacks is the things that make armed forces credible, capable, and lethal. We have ships without the proper missiles. We have planes without the proper jamming capabilities. We have troops without sufficient ammunition. Take the example of Poland, a country that is embarking on a military spending spree. Its HIMARS rocket launchers, artillery systems that have been used to fantastic effect in Ukraine, can fire rockets out to around 300 kilometers. But Poland lacks the intelligence platforms, such as satellites, to spot targets out to that range, buying a weapon system without the thing that makes it really effective. Perhaps the hardest capability to replace is nuclear weapons. American nuclear forces have protected Europe for decades, serving as the ultimate guarantee against Russian invasion. Now, Britain and France have nuclear weapons of their own, but there's a catch. They have a lot fewer of them. Maybe 500 nuclear warheads between them. America has 5,000, Russia maybe 6,000. For advocates of minimum deterrence, a few hundred warheads is more than enough, nonetheless, to incinerate Moscow or St. Petersburg. But for other analysts, the lopsided arsenals of Russia and Europeans would give Vladimir Putin a psychological advantage in any crisis. If, for example, Britain wanted to use a nuclear weapon in defense of Estonia, it would fire a missile from its submarine, reveal the position of that submarine, and it would no longer have a secure capability to defend the United Kingdom. So the nature of these European arsenals raises doubts as to whether they would really be able to provide the same kind of nuclear umbrella that America provides at present. It will probably take Europe at least 10 years to be in a position to defend itself without America. It has to spend more money on defense. It has to spend more money on the right military capabilities. And it needs to think a lot harder about difficult questions of command and leadership. And it has to do all those things even if America remains in the alliance. Doing so will also hedge against the prospect that Donald Trump does the unthinkable and walks away from NATO.